Hey, JC from JC's Comics and More, your pop culture superstore at 6725 West Central Avenue. That's Toledo, Ohio, 43617 419-531-6097. Instagram at JC's Comics and More, and then www.jcscomicsandmore.com. Don't forget this next Friday, or this next Monday and Tuesday, we do have the after Super Bowl sale. Depends on who wins, whether it's the Patriots or whether it's the Rams. Go to www.jcscomicsandmore.com for more details and take advantage of the sale. I had a chance to read this Amazing Spider-Man that was in the previous box. Really cool cover. Got really bad Chris Botchlo artwork on the inside. He was great artist on Death. He's not a great artist for Amazing Spider-Man or X-Men. Ugh. That's all I can say is ugh. That made that book. It went from being an A to being a B-. And the only thing that stops it from being like a C is the cover. That's the only book I had a chance to read thus far. Didn't even have a chance to look at the Marvel previews yet. Take a quick look at this. See what kind of ungodly stuff they want us to order. Just way too much, I'm sorry, unnecessary stuff from Marvel. There's so many of these books that should just be nope. Cut, chop. You got Rob Liefeld doing a book again, please. What's next? Todd McFarlane? Okay, let's see what's in this box of goodness. So we have the cover B to Black Panther versus Deadpool. Of course, you wouldn't even know that if you didn't see this there, that they're unrecognizable on the cover. Please, for God's sake, comic companies, put your logo at the top, for God's sakes. I had so many people this last week almost miss comics. They actually came up, asked me, and I was able to find them the comics that they're looking for. By the way, this is the last issue of Exiles. There will be no shelf copies. I only got 2 copies I have are going to people that I know want them. You got the Warblade, Frank Frazetta takeoff there. I bet they probably don't give Frank credit, though. Animosity Evolution. Again, put your logos at the top, people, please. Make it easy for my customers to find the books they're looking for so they can spend their money. Look, it's Doctor Strange number 400. No, it's not. No, it's Doctor Strange number 10. If you want it to be number 400, have it be number 400. We're trying to make it so we can have our cake and eat it too. Grim Universe presents 2019. This is cover B on this, and you can see it's plainly written right there. I think that's the absolute smallest print font that you can have. I think that's -3 font. Get that set aside for a customer. Here we have Star Wars Adventures number 17. Cover B on that. Peter Canyon Thunderbolt. The cover E cover. I did not buy all 5 different covers. The Dynamite stuff like that, I picked and choose I was very greatly picking and choosing. Age of X-Men Alpha. I like how that logo is right on top. And if I do have to move it and I have to put other books over it, you can still see it. Whereas if it was over here, you couldn't see it. So kudos on this Marvel. So you got an A on this cover. You got a F- on that cover. Sorry. I talk to so many customers that come in that agree with me. As they're looking for stuff, that they can't understand why the companies do that. And they walk out sometimes not finding the comics that they're looking for. But we're going to read this later. Hopefully this is a good book. I did not buy very many of the whole Age of X-Men stuff. We were pretty lightly on that. We've got the last issue of the Lone Ranger miniseries. So we've got a copy of that going out. Got 2 copies being set aside for people. Got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Urban Legends. This is the cover A. Make sure I set a copy of that aside for a customer. I see we've got this would be Captain America cover 7 of 9 for Marvel's 80th years. So we've got that there. Features the Heroes Reborn. With Rob Liefeld putting Wonder Woman's logo on Captain America's head there and taking the A off. Because what does the A stand for? The variant addition to Journey into Unknown Worlds from Marvel. You notice I did not buy many of these comics. And some of the ones from last week, I bought very few, 2 to 3 copies. I still have copies. James Bond. This is cover C on that. Here we've got the final issue to Raven, Daughter of Darkness. This sold well enough for a DC miniseries. It didn't sell great, but it sold well enough. I see Spawn. I see Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I see Star Trek. New number 1. We see Zombie Tramp. I've got to cover up the naughty bits because you're going to see stuff that if you looked in the mirror you'd see. So make sure you report yourself to the local authorities for looking at naughty bits. Cover B of The Shape of Elvira. Only 1 copy of that. Of course, we've got the cover E, the photo cover, which again, okay, we can say it's Elvira, but you should have that up there. This 50th anniversary Dynamite should go right there underneath your logo. Honestly, that's where it should go. Hire me. I'll make your comics, your covers look better. And we've got this Wonder Woman here. This is cover B. Very good looking cover. I haven't even looked online, but if I hazard a guess, this thing's probably going for $10 to $20 already online. If I even had to hazard a guess. Go check right now. Check on eBay. Wonder Woman cover 63, the variant cover. I bet it's going for more than cover price. This is cover 6, or the issue number 6. Cover A to Marvel Knights, the 20th anniversary. This sold very poorly. I'm glad it's over with. I see Heroes of Crisis in this box. Can't wait to get through this box so I can read this. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That's the cover A. Make sure I set a copy aside for one of my poll customers. And the same with this copy of Man Eaters. I did not buy many shelf copies at all. And here we've got Heroes in Crisis, cover B. Jason Todd gets beat with a crowbar by the Joker. Can't wait to read this. Probably one of the comics I'm most excited about right now. So we have more copies of The Black Knight. This is cover C. Make sure a copy gets set aside. This is the 1 in 10 variant to Elvira. The incentive cover, I believe is it regular Elvira or is it not? Yep, this is Shape of Elvira 1 with the Gillman on the front. Here we've got an old-fashioned Flash number 63 cover with a Howard Chaykin cover on that. Here's some more Journey into Unknown Worlds. I think I bought way too many of these. Hopefully not. Hopefully they'll sell. Grimm's Universe, cover C. Got James Bond, cover B. Got the previews retailer order form. They sent me 2 copies for some reason. Got Dr. Aphra, number 28. Make sure I set some copies aside for some of my poll customers there. So we've got the variant cover on Tarot Witch of the Black Rose. Got that set aside for a customer. If there's anything you might need help with or questions or anything, just let me know.
Sure, I'm all set.
All right, I'll be right with you there, Ross. Got the Batgirl 31. This is the Art Germ cover. Look how nice that looks. I'm going to sell some copies of that tomorrow. the vamp blade cover up those naughty bits. Set that aside for a customer. We've got Darth Vader Volume 4 trade. We're going to pause this so I can go ring out the customer. Okay, we're back. Just had a long time old customer make a very, very good purchase. I thank you for that, Ross. Thank you. Certainly helps my overall day. So thank you. Got the retailer incentive for Turtles Urban Legends that gets set aside for a customer. Here we've got the uncensored cover to Zombie Tramp. We've got Peter Canyon Thunderbolt, cover C. So we've got some of the cover A's, I believe, to the new issue of Spawn, number 293, as it gets closer to 300. We've got another one of the Fight Club issues. This is the cover A, the David Mack cover. So we got the issue 2, the Guardian of the Galaxy cover to X-Force. We got cover D to Peter Canyon Thunderbolts. So maybe I did buy all 5 covers. I think I had all 5. Didn't think I did. Got Amazing Spider-Man 14, Kraven versus Conan. I like Kraven, but I think Conan would hand his head to him in no uncertain terms. This is the, I believe, the 1 in 15 or the 1 in 20 Rick and Morty Dungeons and Dragons issue 4 that ran very late. This is the cover C to Spawn, so I make sure that gets set aside for a customer. Got a customer I've not seen in a while that's a big Spawn fan. He's a Walking Dead fan. I certainly hope to see you maybe this weekend, Mr. R. You know who I'm talking about. I still have your comics here that are on hold, so please come in. I could certainly use that money. Uncanny X-Men. This is issue 268. This is a 3D cover, so I've got a couple people that are going to want copies for that. Somebody that was supposed to be in this past weekend, but wasn't able to make it this past weekend, so hopefully he makes it in this weekend. I've got your copy for you here. Elvira, cover C to the shape of Elvira. Let's see, we got the WWF with the Rowdy Piper. We got Andre the Giant. We got, I think that was Hercules, but that's not Hercules there. And then you got Ric Flair. Woo! As Ric Flair would say, and my good friend Mr. Randy from the Burn the Priest would say, woo! We've got Quantum Age. This is issue number 6. This is the cover A. If you're not reading books like this, Black Hammer, Quantum Age, very, 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 very good. We've got the True Believers, What If, with Conan coming to the 20th century. That was great back in the day. Here we've got the regular cover, cover 5, to Heroes in Crisis. Again, I can't wait to read that. That's going to be the first comic, as soon as I'm done with this video, the first comic that I'm going to be diving into. Cannot wait to read it. And then I'll spoil it for everybody next time. I won't spoil it. I will. I won't. This is cover B to Fight Club. Did not order very many copies of those. Only ordered 4 each of those. So if you want that Fight Club covers, don't wait too long. Ice Cream Man number 9. This is the cover A. Making sure I'm setting a copy aside for one of my customers. Make sure that he gets that. He'll be very happy. Sometimes he's not able to make it on Wednesdays because of his work schedule. And here we have the cover A to Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons. Make sure I set one of those copies aside for him as well. Got Edgar Rice Poe's Sniffer of Terror. Takeoff on Jaws. And I got that for a Poe customer. Life is Strange. This is cover C. I ordered a few of those. Again, we got the Star Trek. The Q Conflict. This is cover B on that, so make sure a couple of those copies get set aside for people. Grimm Universe Presents 2019. This is cover D. That's for a poll customer. This is the wraparound cover, the final issue of Marvel Knights issue number 6, in which the Kingpin was able to beat Doctor Doom. I'm sorry, not on his wildest dreams. No, I'm sorry. No, Kingpin would never, ever be able to beat Doctor Doom. Never, ever, 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 ever. Unless it's Mary Sue Kingpin. We've got the variant cover. I think this is the 1 in 25 variant to Age of X-Men Alpha. Here we've got another, this is cover B to the Black Knight from Xenoscope. We've got the non-nude cover to Zombie Tramp. We've got previews customer order forms. They sent me 2 for some reason. We've got Zorro number 2. Make sure those copies get set aside for some of those customers. We've got the cover D to Elvira, the shape of Elvira. We've got Man-Eaters. Make sure one of those copies gets set aside for one of my polls. And we've got the cover A of Invader Zim. And I see another comic that one of my customers is going to be very happy for, that he's been waiting on. The final issue of Newberry and Hobbs. So this is waiting for you, Mr. Shop Stewart. So we got Black Lightning guest starring in the latest issue of Scooby-Doo Team Up. That should be a hootenanny. One of the last issues, hopefully, of Spider-Man Deadpool. I've got 2 copies ordered. I may cut that back to 1 copy. I've got somebody I've not seen this past week, or a couple weeks now, that stopped coming in. Or for whatever reason, maybe his wife made him quit or something. Got cover A of Shape of Elvira. Again, you got the Creature of the Black Lagoon on there. Gil Man wants himself some Elvira goodness. Here we've got Conan versus Apocalypse on X-Force. Now, Conan may not win that one. Apocalypse may beat him. Here we've got James Bond, cover D of Mr. 007. We've got the cover B to Batman Beyond. And somebody I've not seen in a couple weeks. He needs to get in here if you need your copy. And I do have a damaged copy, which was a packing damage. So, Life is Strange. This is cover B. Bone Parish, the newest issue. Make sure one of those gets set aside. And just a few more comics in here. And then I can go read that Heroes in Crisis. We've got the Justice League Annual. Slaves to the Source Wall. They've really been dragging that storyline out. They need to bring that storyline. Please, bring it to an end. Let's get the Justice League back to fighting supervillains. And it looks like that is it for that box. Again, I can't wait to start reading this issue. Look, it's got the Wonder Twins. Excuse me. As always, if you do like these videos, subscribe. And if you do subscribe, be sure to smash that bell for notifications. And I'd like to thank you for watching. And have a very good Tuesday if you live in the Northwest. Enjoy our negative 45-degree temperatures we're going to have tomorrow and tonight with the wind chills. Other than that, thank you.